The early 17th century marked a turbulent transition for Japan. Decades of internal conflict gave way to a new era of relative peace under the Tokugawa Shogunate, but this peace came at a cost. Tokugawa Ieyasu's government was consolidating power and suppressing anything that threatened its control, including foreign influence. At the center of this struggle was Christianity, a foreign religion introduced just decades before, which now faced the full force of the shogunate's suspicion and wrath. The events of 1622, known as the Great Genna Martyrdom, became a defining moment in this suppression. When Portuguese missionaries, led by Francis Xavier, arrived in Japan in 1549, they were greeted with curiosity and, in some cases, enthusiasm. Christianity, at the time, was not seen as a major threat, and it attracted followers from both the lower and upper classes. Daimyos, the powerful warlords of Japan, were particularly interested in the new faith, not for its teachings, but for the economic and military advantages it promised: strong trade ties with Europe. The rapid spread of Christianity, however, soon raised alarm bells. By the turn of the century, Tokugawa Ieyasu had unified Japan and begun cementing his regime's absolute authority. Christianity's growing influence, particularly its ability to convert large numbers of the population, worried the ruling class. They feared foreign powers might use the religion to undermine Japan's sovereignty. The shogunate viewed Christians as potentially loyal to a foreign authority, the Pope, rather than the shogun. Thus, in 1614, Christianity was banned under the Edict of Expulsion. The once flourishing religion was now forced into hiding. The 1614 ban on Christianity wasn't just symbolic. It led to a systematic crackdown that escalated over the following years. Tokugawa officials enforced strict policies, targeting both foreign missionaries and Japanese converts. Christians were forced to renounce their faith publicly, and those who refused faced brutal consequences. The executions became increasingly gruesome, serving as warnings to others. In Nagasaki, the public beheadings and burnings sent shockwaves through the Christian community, yet many remained defiant. The persecution reached its peak on September 10, 1622. On that day, over 50 Christians, including missionaries, Japanese converts, women, and even children, were executed in Nagasaki. The shogunate wanted to make an example of them, to show that no one, not even the innocent, would be spared if they defied the laws of the land. Some martyrs were burned alive, while others were beheaded in front of large crowds. Among the victims were 22 Europeans and 30 Japanese. Their unwavering faith in the face of such violence became a symbol of resistance for underground Christians. Despite the shogunate's best efforts, Christianity didn't disappear. Instead, it went underground. These Kakure Kirishiten, or hidden Christians, developed ingenious methods of concealing their faith. They disguised Christian rituals as Buddhist or Shinto practices, adapted religious iconography, and passed down their beliefs in secret through generations. For over 2 centuries, these communities lived in constant fear of exposure. One slip, one wrong word, and an entire family could be executed. It wasn't until the late 19th century, after Japan opened to the West during the Meiji Restoration, that Christianity was finally legalized. The surviving Kakure Kirishiten could now practice openly after centuries of secrecy. Yet, many chose to continue their hidden traditions, now deeply rooted in their communities. The Great Genna Martyrdom is remembered not just as a tragedy, but as a testament to the resilience of faith in the face of overwhelming persecution. The Great Genna Martyrdom serves as a reminder of the tragic consequences of religious persecution and the enduring strength of belief. Though times have changed, the courage and faith of those who stood up for their beliefs in the face of unimaginable suffering continue to inspire. If you found this story thought-provoking, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories from history.